Well, welcome back guys to Living Our American Dream. Matt here. As I alluded to in my last video, if you happen to watch that one through till the end, we are starting a cabin build. Today is January 3rd, 2021, and my objective is to harvest all of the lumber, or I should say the majority of the lumber for this cabin build out of my woods. Now, interior lumber, I'm going to use cottonwood trees. I know cottonwood trees are kind of a junk tree around here. Definitely not good firewood, but for internal to a structure, something that's not going to have moisture on it or in it, once it's dried and straight, we can easily use it for framing lumber and that kind of thing. So as you can see behind me, almost all of these trees right here are cottonwood trees. I've already taken some down. Marcus, come on over here, and Mark's my cameraman today. Come right over here, Mark. We take these down and we cut them into lengths that will work to drag out of the woods. And once we get them to the laydown area, I'm going to cut them to the length that I want to put on the sawmill. So here's a log right here. And I didn't bring my tape measure with me, but that's going to be about a 13-inch log. And mostly we're going to be cutting 2x4s out of this. So when we get this on the sawmill, what we'll do is we'll draw an 8-inch wide rectangle essentially, and we'll cut this thing and make this log basically a rectangular cross section. Then we'll come through here and we'll just start cutting 2x4s out of it. I'm gonna need, I didn't get a count, I'm just gonna make as many as I can. Then for the flooring system, we're actually still going to use, I should say not the flooring, the subfloor, the joists. We're going to use the same cottonwood trees, but I'm going to find some bigger ones, and we're going to make 10-inch, basically 10-inch floor joists. Put those on 16-inch centers, and that's what our floor will go on. So this is what we're doing today. Michael is out skidding some of these logs to the laydown area, a little bit closer to where the cabin site is going to be. Well, our plan is, my buddy has a sawmill on a trailer. He's going to bring that over here towards the end of this month, and we're going to saw all these up and get everything stacked and covered so that it can dry most of the summer, probably till the end of July. And then end of July is when we'll start building the building itself. But for now, we're taking some trees down, and this video is going to just show a little bit of that action. So I hope you like it, and I hope you guys have the patience to stick around with me for the year, or the summer at least. I'll be posting videos periodically on what we're doing, but mostly when I get the lumber stacked up to dry, there's going to be a lull where we go into a lot of other projects around here, and nothing really happens on this cabin. But come the end of the season, I promise there's a cabin coming. All right guys, so now what we're gonna do is just take our tape measure. This log is about 1 foot. So we'll be able to get 2x4s out of it, but that's probably not gonna be any good for our 2x10s. So all my 2x4s, I want to be 8-footers. So I'm gonna cut this at 9. I'm gonna put a little mark right here. I'll cut it at 9. So we'll cut another one at 18. This way I have the opportunity to cut the ends off if it ends up being too. Here's 27, so that'll be a third one. Now, these are nice long boards, or long, perfectly straight rod. I'm gonna be able to go to 36 here. So we'll get 4 saw logs out of this. Here's 36 right here. That just tells me where to cut it at. Now we'll mark the other 2 up right now, and then we'll cut these into sections where I can haul. So I don't want to haul individual 9-foot pieces out of here, but I can haul 18-foot pieces out of here. So we'll cut this in half. We'll have to pull it out of these trees here with the tractor. And once we get them over to the staging area, we'll cut them to length.
So right now we are backing the tractor up to get hooked onto another log.
Now we picked the front end of the log up off the ground, just like a skidder would, just so we're not plowing through the dirt with the front end of that log. And actually they're skidding really nice on the snow right now. The snow's packed down, so we're really not getting much dirt in the bark or anything. It's a good day to do this. It's kind of sloppy out here, but it's a good day to do this. All right, so this tree right here is about 14 to 15 inches. So I think we're gonna cut this first section. My building is gonna be 12 foot wide. It's gonna be 24 foot long. So I need a series of 12-foot boards in 2x10 to build that flooring system. So I think this one is a good size one. We can go ahead and cut this first piece. I'm gonna do the same thing as before. Instead of going exactly 12, I'll go 13, maybe a little more, because I got the butt kind of messed up there. So our first cut, let's make it 14. So that first piece right there will get us some 2x10s. Now the next piece, 14, we'll just go
28.
Boy, I wonder if this is still, that's about a foot across right here. We'll go 8-footers from now on. So 14 and 9, 3. So that'll be where our cut's gonna be. 23 and 9, 32. 32 and 9, will be 41. So this is the end of our log. And boy, I can probably get one more. You think one? This is gonna be a nice big long log here. And if it doesn't, so what was that? 41 and 9 is 50. So we'll go 50 feet takes me to here. Plus that gets it far enough off the trail. We don't have to mess with it. against here and wedged against there, this log is going to want to push my way, so I'm going to cut this from the other side. Then we may have to cut that sassafras down that's hanging over the trail so this doesn't wedge in here. Make sure it doesn't hit you. I guess that tree's protecting you. Ready? All right guys, so it's the next day after work. We've got all the logs we're gonna do for now skidded out here. And right now I'm just kind of rolling them around, cutting them to length. Like I said earlier in the video, I drag them out here long and then cut them up when I get here, as you can see. So this one, for example, I've got 1, 2, 3 lengths out of that log. Remember, we're making 2x4s and 2x10s. So the 2x10s are longer. So this log here, for example, that'll be 2x10s. So let's partner over there. Some of the larger diameter ones here, up there, and this one here, for example. But I'll get these cut up before dark. We'll get a count on how many logs we have here. Well, I got the logs all cut up yesterday afternoon, actually. This is the next morning. We ended up with 65 logs at length ready for the sawmill. And I called my buddy last night and he said that he actually would be available this Saturday to come out here and work on this. So I'm gonna spend, after work today, I'm gonna spend the day or the afternoon getting everything ready to be able to stack this lumber up as we get it off the sawmill, to sticker it up for drying. And I need to go buy a little bit of material for the sawmill, I think. So we'll do that today or for the rest of the week. And then, yeah, Saturday, there'll be another video coming to sawmilling. So appreciate you sticking around. Appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.